Joey, we're here at the premiere, an IMAX screening of Kraven. You excited? What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I saw the trailer a little while ago when it first aired. I sent it over to Nason, and all in all, we were like pretty hyped for it. The reviews we've seen though haven't exactly been promising. No, and from what you were saying about the first 8 minute cut, the CGI apparently looks pretty bad. I've kept my eyes away from it in hopes of a pleasant surprise. But we'll see. I followed Kraven a little bit when I was younger, so I'm sort of keep my fingers crossed that they stay true to like the hunter aspect, and like they really, he's supposed to be like pretty vicious, right? So like, I'm hoping his story kind of can carry that. And, yeah.
So a little bit more high hopes than maybe we're expecting based on the reviews.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think going in, not even seeing it so far? What do you think you're going to give it out of 10?
Safely, okay. Let's say Endgame was like let's put Endgame as a 10.
Yeah.
And let's put Morbius as a 1.
Number 1.
Number 1. I'm gonna give it a preemptive rating of, let's say, a 4.
Okay, I'll take a 4. I might be close to the same on terms of that rating. I have seen mixed reviews already. We're obviously seeing this night one. We've got the Real Talk boys here. We've got myself, Sander, Nason behind the camera right now, and then Joey coming to celebrate with us. I'm intrigued to see what happens. I think 4 is a reasonable rating. I don't know if it'll be an 8.
Maybe pushing a 5. Maybe pushing a 5.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll see. That might be hopeful. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens because there are 8 people in the theater, and for an IMAX debut,
that's including us.
There are 5 additional people in the theater. So it should be interesting to see. We're going to see if we can interview a few other people and see what other movies they saw tonight at the Scotiabank Theatre in downtown Toronto.
Hello, Nason Markwell coming live. Hey guys, we're outside the Kraven premiere night here at Scotiabank Theatre. I'm going to do my preliminary prediction and say that we are going to come away with a wild 6 out of 10. I think the critics are wrong. I think that IMDb is kind of right because they put it at like a 5.5, 5.8. And I think we're going to be sitting at a cool 6 out of 10. I think it'll be mostly for the fans. I don't think it's for the critics or anybody looking to enjoy themselves. I think it's hacking, slashing, mob, hunter violence. It'll be great. All right. Hey everyone, it's Nason. We finished the movie. It's all done. You know what? Kraven, Aaron Taylor Johnson, great, love him to death, but just the filmmaking, the dialogue scenes, the story, just strange choices to make. So I think I went into it saying about a 5 out of 10. That it'll be 5, 6 out of 10. After watching it, 3 out of 10. You'll have to watch the podcast and listen to it and see exactly why that's the case.
Okay, so we're here after watching Kraven the Hunter. Joey, what are your final thoughts based on what you just witnessed for 2 hours?
So I went in pretty. I set the bar low, hoping for a higher grade. And there were lots of chances where it could have delivered.
Yeah.
I felt like the lineup was great. I mean, they had Russell Crowe, Aaron Taylor Johnson, the guy from Gladiator. Anyways.
2 Gladiator people.
Yeah. And it felt like all the epic moments that like they're really trying to punch home. Yeah. Like we were laughing at, right? It wasn't.
It's just not. It's not.
It didn't hit the mark, and I wanted it to be badass, and it was like almost campy.
Yeah.
You know, it was cheesy. The action was good.
Yep.
I'll say, you know, the fights were good. The gore was great.
Yep.
But the CGI was a little rough.
Yep.
It was rough, shaky at the beginning, and then sort of picked up. But yeah, I mean, off of that, I would give it, you know, walking in with a 4. I would say knocking it down to a 3. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was.
Knocking it to
I
a
wouldn't
3.
watch it again. Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of at least in the same realm there. It was started off rough. It's interesting. I think they changed what they published as the first 8 minutes as to what was the first 8 minutes in the actual film. So and somebody could double check this, but the first 8 minutes that they published on YouTube is different than what they put into the film.
Oh.
So that
Was it better?
it was better in the film. So, which is bad though, because if you're showing the first 8 minutes, you would expect it to be even better than what I'm seeing in the film to get me to actually go and watch. So, the fact that it was worse to begin with led me in a weird way. Like that CGI thing that I was telling you about didn't it didn't show that clip of him jumping in that weird way. But yeah, the dialogue was extremely hard to like sit through, like very hard to sit through. And I think the CG could have been better. The fight scenes were maybe the only thing that didn't make this like a 1. If the fight scenes were as terrible as everything else, it would have been a 1 or a -2 because.
And you were saying he put a lot of work into like the movement. And I think you were saying that Aaron Taylor Johnson put a lot of work into like the animal movements and to like have a good flow, and I think it showed in the combat and in the climbing and the everything, right?
It looked more natural because even when you see him and you can see this in the trailer even before you go and watch it, but you can actually see the way that he runs is like a certain pace that it looks right based on the character and what you're actually seeing, and then the kind of part of the climbing and part of the running on all fours actually looks like it should. It doesn't look too astray from what it would actually look like. So I think they did a good job with that. Any last final thoughts? Should people go see it?
I mean, I would say.
The spectacle of
I mean, seeing it in IMAX was.
that made it worth it.
It was so worth it. Yeah, definitely. Well, you know what? If you're a fan, the combat, you know, the fighting, the stunts are good. But if you're not a diehard fan, you could wait.
Yeah, and you gotta kind of be like going in to enjoy the action, the fight sequences, and then also appreciate the gore of it and like how gruesome it is. It is an R-rated film for a reason, so there is a little bit of essence of that like you have to remember obviously when it comes to this kind of a film. But all that, like, Aaron Taylor Johnson's had so many really good characters with really good dialogue, like i.e. Bullet Train did such a good job, and then you see this and you go, yeah, could have done better. So it is what it is. This is us signing out basically from Sander and then Joey, our guest today.
That's me.
It's late. It's 1 a.m. right now. We just finished. It's so fucking late. It's way too late. It's like -18 right now in the streets of Toronto. So this is us from Real Talk signing out. Check out the new podcast out now.